If your goal is to shoot smarter and faster with your camera, mapping your custom buttons should be the first thing that you do. For instance, cameras like the Sony FX2, FX3, or FX30 have a bunch of programmable buttons. But out of the box, they're all not really optimized for how you shoot, which is a problem because digging through menus is going to slow you down, and it might even cost you the shot that you've been trying to nail. By mapping your custom buttons, you're basically designing your own workflow. Having my buttons mapped is a must for speed and for consistency. One of the first buttons that I program as soon as I get my camera is the shutter button. I like to use the shutter button as the record button when I'm in movie mode. For instance, button number 1 on Sony FX2 is set to iris, but what I use that button for is to go into APS-C crop mode. Button number 2 is set to white balance. I leave that alone. Button number 3 is set to ISO, and what I use that button for is to toggle between my high base ISO and my low base ISO, and in my case that is 4800 on the Sony FX2. And that's for when I'm in Cine EI mode, which I'm always in Cine EI mode because I shoot S-Log3. The number 4 button, that's the trash can button, the delete button. And the number 4 button is also used to enable and disable touch operation. Now, button number 5, right out of the box, is not programmed to do anything. So what I use it for is to go from fixed to variable, which basically is like my S&Q button. It goes from 24 frames per second to 60 frames per second, or 23.98 to 60 frames per second. Button number 6, that's the record button, and that's a button that I also leave alone because when I'm doing talking head videos like this, I could just reach over, boop. Oh yeah, I forgot about button number 7 on the Sony FX2. It's used to toggle between your viewfinder and your monitor. Now, those are the only buttons that I program. Everything else I keep the same, and I really enjoy shooting with the Sony FX2 because of all of these buttons and features. I really like the FX line because of how programmable it is and how you can really map these buttons to suit your workflow. Whether I'm shooting an interview, an event, or getting cinematic B-roll, my camera reacts the way I want it to every time. So before your next shoot, take about 10 minutes to map your buttons the right way. And trust me, it's gonna make your camera feel like your camera and not just another piece of gear. Hit the like button if this advice helped you out in any way, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more pro tips.